Welcome back YouTube, I'm again from In-Depth Tech Reviews, and here's Google Apps Updates Roundup number 23. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the new changes that took place in the first 12 days of May. And the reason I did it this way, because tomorrow Eid al-Fitr holiday will start. Eid al-Fitr is one of the Muslims' festivals, and I have to spend some time with my family, so I thought of making one video before starting the holiday. So wish me best of luck, and let's see what's new with Google Apps. Let's start with GBoard. And now you can install it on your WearOS smartwatch. Here's a side-by-side comparison with the previous Google keyboard for WearOS to see the difference. First, GBoard is using a black theme instead of light gray. The second difference is in the font. If you take a closer look, you will see GBoard's font is more modern compared to the previous version, and there is more space between the letters to give you easier typing experience, which I'm going to talk about later in this video. Next, in GBoard, you can quickly dismiss the keyboard by tapping on the new X button at the top right corner, while in the previous version, the only way to do this is by using the watch physical key. And once you start typing, the new dismiss button will change to be your action button depending on which app you are using, and it's placed next to the suggestions strip instead of being on top of the keyboard. Plus, it's using a new blue accent color instead of using green. Talking about suggestions, in GBoard, the suggestions strip is scrollable, which is easier to locate the word you are looking for, while in the previous version, to see more words, you need to tap on the drop-down arrow, and this will hide the keyboard. Another welcomed addition is the new Shift key. With the previous keyboard, you can only type the first letter in caps, so if you want to type any abbreviation, you are out of luck. But in GBoard, there is a dedicated Shift key at the bottom left corner that works as you would expect. Next, the emojis. Previously, it wasn't a great experience to add an emoji to your text. First, you need to choose the dedicated emoji screen, then draw the emoji by hand and pick one from the suggestions. Or you can tap on the emojis icon at the bottom left corner and scroll through a very long list until you find the desired one. Either way, it wasn't possible to send text and emojis in one message, but it can only be done separately. But GBoard has a dedicated emojis panel that you can access using the quick shortcut at the top. The panel will show you a scrollable strip that includes the different categories to quickly jump to the desired one instead of scrolling through an endless list like in the previous version. And if you want to get back to the keyboard, you can scroll all the way up, then tap on the keyboard button. Not only this, but now you can include your text and emojis in one message. But unfortunately, GBoard will no longer allow you to draw by hand like in the previous version. Next, the numbers pad got a new button. Tapping on it will show you the numbers in two separate lines for easier typing experience, and instead of having them listed in the top row like before. The special characters in the previous version were listed underneath the numbers row, while in GBoard there are only 4 special characters, and to access the full list there is an extra button for this. Changing and adding a language is much easier in GBoard as well. Previously, to add more languages you need to go to Settings, Personalization, Input Methods, tap Google Keyboard, then Languages, which is a very long process. But in GBoard, you can tap and hold on the spacebar, then scroll down and tap on language settings, and that's pretty much it. The same press and hold on the spacebar will allow you to change the keyboard language instead of having a dedicated language button like before. The dictation feature also got a shortcut from within the keyboard instead of being a separate choice like in the previous version. And the dictation page looks different. Once you finish your sentence, it will show you a new send button, a back button, and a third one at the top to quickly get back to the keyboard. Tapping the back button will delete everything and start recording from scratch. The keyboard button will take you back to where you left off with the dictated text already available in the text field. In the previous version, it shows a mic, a tick, and a delete button, and they work differently as well. The mic button will allow you to dictate more text on top of what you already have instead of starting from scratch. And the delete button will allow you to delete word by word. Installing GBoard will also change your pen keypad. It has much bigger numbers, leaving less space for the text field, and the input button is located at the bottom right corner instead of being at the top. Finally, the typing experience. With the extra spaces between the characters in GBoard, that made the typing experience better overall, either by tapping the keys or using the glide typing. I also found the dictation to be more accurate after installing GBoard. To install GBoard on your smartwatch, head over to the Play Store, scroll down and tap on My Apps. If the update is available, you will see GBoard in the list of apps that requires update, and the update size is 12.19 megabytes. If for any reason you want to revert back to the previous keyboard, you can simply hit the uninstall button from the same page. Next, GBoard for Android. And now when you go to your clipboard, you will see this card telling you that now you can add your screenshots to your GBoard clipboard for easier pasting. And once you tap on continue and hit allow, every time you take a screenshot, you will be able to paste it directly from the suggestions strip. And if you want to turn off the feature, you can simply go to your GBoard settings and then clipboard, and you will see a new toggle here called Save Recent Screenshots in Clipboard. Before jumping to the next category, let's give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, cdkoffers.com. From CDK Offers, you can purchase original Microsoft Windows 10 and Office keys in a very discounted price. Not only this, but you can also use my special promo code ID20 to get extra 20% discount. As you see, you can get yourself a Windows 10 OEM key for $16.18, which is insanely cheap. Please check the links in the description below. Now let's get back to the review. Next, Google Assistant. And now the broadcast feature supports mobile phones, which means if you or any of your family members broadcast a message through one of the smart speakers or smart displays you have in your home, you will be able to receive these messages on your mobile phone and reply back to them as well. So let me show you a quick demo. Broadcast to family.
What's the message?
I am home.
All right, broadcasting to home devices and family phones.
So as you see, I get a notification on my Pixel 5, and when I tap on the notification, it will show me the message right here. It will write the text if Google Assistant managed to get the text right, and you can also play the message.
I am home.
From here, you can also check the history of messages if you want to by tapping on Show All. It will show you all the broadcast messages you sent and received on your mobile phone. From here, you can also see how many accounts are registered under your family. It says here 3 people and home devices. From here as well, you can reply back to the family using the same broadcast feature. So let me show you how it works. And then tap on the mic. Welcome home.
All right, broadcasting to home devices and family phones. Family broadcast.
Welcome home.
So this is how it works. To activate the feature on your smartphone, you need to go to your Google Assistant settings and then scroll down until you find Communication. It's a new menu item that I'm going to talk about later in detail, but for now you need to go to Broadcast, and here you will see 2 new toggles. The first one is called Broadcast on Personal Devices, and once you turn on the switch, you and your family members will be able to send and receive broadcast messages on your mobile phones. You can activate the same feature for guests as well, but keep in mind, anyone connected to your smart home devices will be able to see your family members' names and profile pictures if you have this feature activated. The same feature works on iOS devices as well, so if you have the Google Assistant app installed, tap on your profile picture, scroll down until you find Communication. Here you have Broadcast with the same 2 toggles I showed you earlier. Another new feature under Communication, when you go to your contacts, household contacts, and if you have any listed here, tap on the contact you want, and you will see a new section called Name Pronunciation. From here, you can use the default pronunciation of Google Assistant and you can play it as well.
Heart.
Or you can record your own by tapping on the record button. Finally, you can spell out how it sounds and record as well. And this feature will be very useful if Google Assistant is having a hard time recognizing any of the names you have in your household. You can rely on this feature to solve the issue. Another menu under Communication called Device and Call Settings. We first saw this feature on iOS devices only, but it's now available on Android as well. From here, you should be able to prevent your smart speakers or smart displays from ringing, but the feature seems to be broken on my phone. And here's how it should look like on any device. It says here, only ring when home. When you turn on the toggle, if you received any call on your smart displays or smart speakers, they shouldn't ring unless you are home. Next, YouTube. And now YouTube Shorts is available for all US creators. And if you're not familiar with Shorts, it's simply a TikTok-like videos but on YouTube. Even if you are not in the US, you still can play YouTube Shorts by scrolling down in your home feed, and you will see a new section here called Shorts, and it's labeled as beta. Tapping on any of the videos will start playing immediately, and you can swipe up or down to scroll through the videos. The maximum duration for YouTube Shorts is 60 seconds. And if the feature is available in your country, you might see a slightly different YouTube homepage. Instead of having the Explore tab over here, it will be replaced with Shorts, and the Explore button will be placed at the top left corner instead. This screenshot is from an article by 9to5 Google that I'm gonna leave its link in the description below. And finally, YouTube TV app is available on PS5. So that's pretty much it for today. Those are all the changes I spotted in Google Apps in the first 12 days of May. So I hope you like my video, and if you do, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.